안녕하세요, and welcome to the KCCLA Virtual Language and Culture Series. My name is Shanta Vidian, and I'm one of the instructors here at the Korean Cultural Center in Los Angeles. This is Episode 3, Korean Food, or 한국의 음식 문화. Korean food reflects Korean cultural values, attitudes, and practices. In today's video, we will learn about common characteristics and examples of Korean food, Korean social and cultural norms rooted in Confucian values and expressed through table manners and phrases before, during, and after mealtime. So let us begin. For most Koreans, the main meals of the day are 아침, breakfast, 점심, lunch, and 저녁, dinner. What does Korean food usually consist of? A typical Korean daily meal often consists of a serving of some kind of staple, such as cooked rice, pickled vegetables, some kind of protein like meat, seafood, or tofu, as well as a soup or stew. Bap is the main staple of Korean food and refers to cooked grains such as white or brown rice or barley and is an integral part of almost every meal. As a general expression, bap can refer to food, but it can also refer to meal, and this broader meaning is reflected in expressions like 밥 먹었어요, which is the non-honorific equivalent of 식사하셨어요, which was covered in episode 1. Although it literally means, did you eat? It is simply understood as, how are you? In addition, many rice-based dishes have bap in their names, including popular dishes such as kimbap, bibimbap, and 볶음밥. Banchan, which refers to the wide range of side dishes that accompany bap, is a quintessential part of Korean food. Most people are well accustomed to the popular Korean banchan called kimchi, but there are literally tens if not hundreds of different banchan to enjoy. Here are some examples of popular banchan that are often served at restaurants and alongside homemade meals. There are a number of distinct features that characterize Korean food. The first feature is that Korean food incorporates a lot of 발효 음식, or fermented foods. 발효 음식. Now, we're all familiar with kimchi, but there are a number of other fermented foods and condiments used frequently in Korean cooking. First, we have meju, which refers to soybeans that have been cooked and crushed into a paste, and then pounded, kneaded, and shaped into blocks. Traditionally, these blocks are then left to dry on the heated floors called ondol, and once they are dry enough to hold their shape, they are tied up with rice straws and hung to dry, and undergo fermentation over several weeks. Notably, meju gives off a strong, distinct, pungent aroma that is characteristic of traditional Korean homes. Several important Korean condiments that are made using meju include doenjang, or soybean paste, which is used to make doenjangjjigae, soybean paste stew, gochujang, red chili paste, which can be found in dishes like tteokbokki and bibimbap, samjang, a thick soybean paste that combines doenjang and gochujang, and often accompanies Korean barbecue. And lastly, jeonggukjang, which is a fast fermented bean paste that is often used to make a stew by the same name. Another characteristic of Korean food is 배달 음식, or delivery food, 배달 음식. As South Korea is a leader in the field of information and communication technology, it should come as no surprise that food delivery services are fast and easily available through a variety of smartphone apps. One can order any kind of food whether day or night, but the following are some of the most popular dishes ordered for delivery. Chicken, fried chicken, fried chicken, 양념 chicken, fried chicken coated in a spicy sauce, 보쌈, boiled pork eaten with a salty sauce and wrapped in greens, 족발, seasoned pig's feet, 짜장면, black bean sauce noodles, ramen, noodles. Hansik refers to snacks that one may enjoy between their daily meals. The sheer variety of different snacks and flavors available at convenience stores, cafes, and street vendor carts will make you want to try them all. Here are some examples of Korea's most beloved snacks. Chocopie. A snack cake similar to the American moon pie and consisting of 2 layers of cake covered in chocolate and a marshmallow filling. 계란빵, a tiny, fluffy loaf of bread with an egg on top. 붕어빵, a fish-shaped pastry stuffed with sweetened red bean paste. In Korea, it is common to use the following expressions when having a meal in the company of others. The first expression is 많이 드세요, which literally means please eat a lot. You may use this phrase when you want others to enjoy their meal, and it's similar to expressions like let's dig in or bon appetit. 많이 드세요. In addition, another useful expression to say before starting a meal is 잘 먹겠습니다. This expression literally means I will eat well and means something like I'll enjoy my meal. 잘 먹겠습니다. After finishing one's meal, it is common to say 잘 먹었습니다, which translates to I ate well or I had a good meal. This expression conveys one's appreciation for the meal and signals to others around you that you have finished eating. 잘 먹었습니다. Now let's take a look at table manners. As age and seniority play an important role in Korean society, it is common to wait until the eldest or most senior person begins eating before everyone else can dig in. After you're done eating, it is also important to wait until the eldest or most senior person has finished their meal before you can get up from your seat. 많이 드세요.
네, 잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹었습니다.
잘 먹었습니다.
Another important practice to keep in mind is making sure that your neighbor's cup is always full. So don't be surprised when the person sitting next to you fills your cup with more water or tea, as it's a way to show consideration for the people around you. Unlike in the US, where the fork, knife, and spoon are the main eating utensils, in Korea, food is usually eaten with chopsticks and a spoon. Additionally, one other major cultural difference is that many foods in Korea are served in big communal bowls. Even so, each person will get their own smaller plate or bowl into which they can put food from the communal bowl. It is also considered impolite to eat directly from the communal bowl. In addition, each person receives a small bowl of rice. This bowl should not be held in your hand, and after finishing your meal, you should never stick your chopsticks in any leftover rice, as it is thought to bring bad luck due to the similarity to Korean funeral rites, where sticks of incense are stuck into the ground and burnt. Now let's review what we have talked about in this episode. 아침, 아침. 점심, 점심. 저녁, 저녁. 밥, 밥. 밥 먹었어요? 밥 먹었어요? 식사하셨어요? 식사하셨어요? 반찬, 반찬. 김치, 김치. 간식, 간식. 발효 음식, 발효 음식. 배달 음식, 배달 음식. 많이 드세요. 많이 드세요. 잘 먹겠습니다. 잘 먹겠습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. To wrap up this episode on Korean food, we leave you with the following proverb. 그림의 떡, which translates to rice cake in a picture, and is similar to the expression pie in the sky, and can be understood as something that you hope will happen but is very unlikely to happen. 그림의 떡. Thank you for joining us for this episode of KCCLA's Virtual Language and Culture series. If you're in Los Angeles, we hope you'll have the opportunity to visit the Korean Cultural Center Los Angeles at 5505 Wilshire Boulevard in the Miracle Mile. Meanwhile, please visit us online at www.kccla.org and please follow us on social media.